Hey, my name is Alyssa Botelho. I'm from Fairhaven, Massachusetts, which is about 30 minutes away from Bourne, and I'm a student filmmaker. I go to the University of Rhode Island, and I'm actually graduating this May, so it's my senior year. And for my grand capstone project, I decided to make something set in the 1700s, which of course is a lot of fun, but posed a lot of logistical questions. The first being, where are we going to set this thing? Where is the location going to be? And in early January of this year, 2021, I was thinking about, all right, who can I reach out to? Who are my connections for different historical places? And the first thing I thought of was a town near me called Dartmouth. And I got to scope out this little house. But one of the main problems is that it was off of a main road, which is not good for sound. And it was very small, like very, very small. And I was thinking about a crew of 15 people wouldn't be able to operate and move and get all the angles we needed. And then, of course, COVID, huge logistical nightmare, meant that we couldn't cram all these people in one room. So that one was out. But she led me to a couple of other locations in this area, one of them being the Hoxie House in Sandwich. So I checked that one out, and that one was beautiful. It was, you know, everything I wanted, but it was off of a main road, which again isn't good for sound. And there was a few other logistical things like electricity and all that kind of stuff that you need to make a film. And the third one, the third time's the charm, was the Aptucxet Trading Post here in Bourne. I got in contact with Joya Dimmick of the Bourne Historical Society, and she led me through the process of, I got to scope it out. I think it was early February. I got to go inside and check out the rooms, and right away I was like, all right, this is the one. We have to go. I was anticipating having to have this big meeting with my producers about, all right, which location do we pick? I don't know, but as soon as I got inside this building, I just knew that this is where the film would be set. So Joya was a huge help throughout the entire process. I had so many questions about, you know, electricity and plugs and the fireplace, and could we use certain furniture that's inside there already, certain props, because the main thing about this film is I didn't want it to look like a couple of kids putting on like a Halloween show. You know, people in little costumes and fakey little props and stuff like that. That's not what I wanted at all. So she told me that there's a lot of replicas in there that we could use, and we did end up using those, so you can see that in the film, which is awesome. And then my props guy, who's just really amazing with crafting things from scratch, his name is Todd Migliacci, and he works with local theater groups and stuff. He made a lot of props to complement what was already in there. And it's funny because when you see the film, you can't really tell what's from the Aptucxet Trading Post and what's from us, just created out of thin air. And even a few times during production, we were like, oh, where did that bucket go? Oh no, we have to find it. We were like, wait, is this the Aptucxet Trading Post or is this ours? You know, it just all meshed together really well. And same thing goes for the costumes and the hair and makeup. That was led by Claudia Nagalia and Deborah Roderick, and they're just really talented, and you'll see that it just goes with the structure. Everything complements each other, and that's because of just a lot of research and preparation that went into the months before. The two main characters, Amity Smith and Enoch Adley, have this conversation in front of the fireplace, and that fireplace almost acts like a third main character, because you'll see that throughout the film, which is about this young girl living alone, whose mother has been sent away, and this powerful man who's friends with her father comes to visit her, and he's basically he's tiptoeing around the fact that he thinks she's a witch. That's what the film is about. It's very heavy on dialogue and figuring out the tension that's happening between them, and the fireplace is very symbolic of the ebb and flow of their conversation. So when things get heated, the fireplace gets heated, so you can hear that fire roaring in the background. So, you know, when we were looking at locations, you look at this fireplace, it's like, you can't get any better than this. It's just incredible. which just leads me to think that, you know, when you think of film, when you think of filmmaking, you probably picture California and Hollywood and, you know, the fame and the walk of stars and celebrities. But it's actually not so true. There's a lot of independent filmmakers in this area, especially. If you just look a little bit closer, you'll see that there's this huge, beautiful community of independent filmmakers who are taking advantage of the resources that are here for us. And for me, I knew that the pandemic posed a lot of issues and that a lot of student filmmakers weren't even carrying out their plans. They were going with stuff that was much simpler. And I said, you know what? I don't care. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make something set in the 1700s, because when you look at this area, we just have, you know, so many structures, so much resources available to us that people in, say, Grand California don't have. So this is a piece, To Dust I'll Return, that I'm really excited to enter into film festivals in this area, but also, you know, throughout the nation and possibly even the world, because it's just something that's so visually interesting on screen that not everybody has.